ABC Kinderteach presents an interactive version of A. My name is Alice, an alphabet book. A. My name is Alice, and my brother's Aloysius. My favorite food is apples, and I think they are delicious, which means very tasty. A says a as in ant. A says a as in ant. A says a as in ant. B. My name is Bert, Bert, and I love to throw my ball. I take turns with my buddy, as we bounce it off the wall. B. Belly. The belly goes this way, this way, this way. B says b. Bat, bat. B says b, bat, bat. B says b, bat. Oh, that's a different kind of bat, but it's still a bat. C. My name is Cookie, and me tell you chocolate chips are my very favorite cookies. Oh, they make me smack my lips. Smack goes like this. C says as in can. C says as in can. C says as in can. D. This is a dinosaur. Dinosaur. That's called Tyrannosaurus. He doesn't live here anymore, but left his bones here for us. D. Diaper. Arrow this way. Belly, the bump goes this way. The bump goes this way. D says dad. D says dad. D says dad. E. My name is Ernie, and this is my little ear. I bet you have a set yourself. That's how we both can hear. E says egg. E says egg. E says egg. F. I found a feather. It was floating in the air. Do you think it could belong to that big bird over there? F says fan. F says fan. F says fan. G. My name is Grover. Grover. And this white bird is a goose. I have to run and grab it if it happens to get loose. And you want to know what a real goose looks like? It looks like this. G says g, 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 g. G, 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 gum, gum. G says g, 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 gum. G says g, gum. I like gum, gum, gum. H. My name is Harry, and this animal's a horse. I give him lots of hay. Yeah, at feeding time, of course. And hay looks like this. It's really just cut grass that they wrap up. H says as in hat, hat. H says as in hat, hat. H says as in hat. I really like that hat. I, this is an iceberg. It's an island made of ice. For me, it's kind of chilly, but these penguins think it's nice. Oh, what does an iceberg really look like? It looks like this. And just floats on the water, and there are some penguins. Now, of course, these penguins don't have a big hill to slide down, but if they were over on that iceberg, maybe they could slide down. I says eh, as in I am ill, which means sick. I says eh, as in ill. I says eh, as in ill. J, my jelly beans are, ooh, I love jelly beans, in a jar high up on the shelf. If I stand up on this footstool, I can reach them by myself. Oh, what is a footstool? Well, there's a footstool. A real footstool looks like this as well. J says j. Jam. J says j as in jam. J says j as in jam. Yes. K. K. This is a keyhole, and this shiny thing's a key. The key fits in the keyhole and unlocks the lock for me. And here is a key, and the keyhole is right there. You put the key in and then you twist it. K says k, as in kid. K says k, as in, oh, that's a different type of kid. Baby goats are called kids as well. So there's a kid goat, kid. K says k. Which one am I going to show? This, the kid goat or the kid who's a boy? Oh, I'm showing the kid goat. K says k, kid. L, this is my ladder, and it helps me to climb high. I need to change these light bulbs. Can you guess the reason why? And it says Lance the Wonder Horse. L says L, as in lips. L says L, as in lips. L says L, as in lips. M, my name is Mumford, and this is my magic trick. I will now change this mud to milk. It didn't work. Oh, ick. M says as in map. M says as in map. M says as in map. N, it is my nap time, so I'm going to my nest. I've played so hard all morning that I need to take a rest. N says N says N says as in nap, as in nap, as in nap. Oh, I am an ostrich. I am so tall and grand. Grand just means kind of fancy. When I want to hide myself, my head goes in the sand. Ostriches really don't put their head in the sand. That's just something somebody made up. It's not really what happens. And there is a picture of a real ostrich, and there is a picture of the drawn ostrich. So pretty close the way that they drew them, didn't they? Did a pretty good job, those people who drew those pictures. O says aw, as in on, like the light switch. Turn the light switch on. O says ah, as in on. There it is. O says ah, as in on. P, I'm prairie dawn, and I'm printing with this press on a roll of clean white paper. Secret numbers can you guess? And there is what a real printing press looks like, at least a small one. P says P, as in pan. P says P, as in pan. And P says P, as in whoa, they tricked us on that one. That is actually a pot. That's a pot. Well, you say, well, they look alike. Pans usually have long handles. Pots usually have short handles. Q. This is my quilt, and I keep it on my bed. It makes me feel quite snuggy, which means warm and covered up, from my toes up to my head. And so this is what a real quilt looks like. So it looks very much like the one in this picture. Sometimes people actually make them with their own hands. They don't use like a sewing machine to do it sometimes. Q says quick, 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 as in quill. No, look at that. See that? Q, the small q, it goes this way. The small p, lowercase p, goes the other way. Q says quick, quick, quick. And there is a quill, but it does not look like the P. See this one? The little circle-ish thing kind of goes this way. The P goes the other way, just like the capital P. Q says quick, quill. R, I'm rodeo Rosie, and I love to play outside on the ranch where I was reared, where she grew up, and I learned to rope and ride. Well, You want to know what a rodeo looks like and what a ranch looks like? Well, here is what a rodeo looks like. Just similar to what Rosie's doing. They take this rope and they swing it around their heads and they lasso the cow. And it's just kind of a game that they play. And sometimes cowboys live on a thing called a ranch. And a ranch is just a building with lots of land that cows and buffalo and maybe horses they live on. Sometimes there's sheep that live on them, and it's just a big space for where animals live with their owners. R says r, as in rat. R says r, as in rat. R says r, as in rat. I do not like rats. S. These are my seashells, and I found them at the shore. I love to sit and count them. Splendid, which means wonderful. Nothing thrills me more. Thrills means excites me. There are some seashells right in this picture, lots of different ones. And the seashore might look like this. And you can sometimes walk along here and pick up seashells. S says S. S says S. S says S, as in sad, sad, sad. T, this is a train, and it runs upon a track. Its whistle goes woo, 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 and its wheels go clicky, clack. T says t. And those kids are playing a game that you might play. It's called tag. T says t, as in tag. T says t, as in, yep, tag. U, my new umbrella is so good. Do you know why? It's big enough to keep all my friends completely dry. Ooh, I wish I had an umbrella that big because I don't like to get rain on me, do you? U says as in up. U says as in up. U says as in up. V says v. V for Valentines to make, and when you are all through, the fun is giving them away. I made one just for you. Oh, that's so special. I really like Valentines. V says v, as in van. V says v, as in van. V says v, as in van. W, some people call it W. W for wagon. It's a thing with wheels you pull. It is easy when it's empty, but it's harder when it's full. Look at the little sweat coming off this little elephant who's trying to pull, I think, the mama elephant, right? So she's sweating because it's so hard to pull the wagon with this big elephant in it. W says w, as in web. W says w, as in web. W says w, as in web. X. This is an X-ray, and I'll show you what an X-ray looks like in just a minute. A look at what's inside. When you have an x-ray taken, there is little you can hide. So they're saying, oh, look at that dog ate a bone and the bone's in its stomach. And here is what an x-ray really might look like if they took an x-ray of your hand. X says kiss, like you're saying kiss, kiss, as in X. At the very end, not the beginning. X. You see that kiss sound? X says kiss, as in X. X says kiss, as in X. You hear that? Kiss. Y. This is a yo-yo, and it is my favorite thing, except that every time I try it, I get tangled in the string, and it's all over her snout. And here's what a real yo-yo looks like. Y says y, as in yak. Y says y, as in yak. Y says ye, as in yak. Z. This is a zebra. If you said so, you were right. Are the white stripes on the black or the black stripes on the white? So they're asking is this a black animal with white stripes, or is it a white animal with black stripes? And it's really neither. It's just an animal with stripes. Z says z, as in zipper. Z says z, as in zipper. Z says z, as in zipper. Now you know the alphabet, the letters A to Z. If you want to say it all again, go back to A with me.